guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. If you are new around here, my name is Nissy T. I'm a content creator, speaker and entrepreneur, and this space is all about helping my ladies to reclaim their power and level up in every way. If you are returning, welcome back, sis. It's good to see you again. Now, as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, it is all about thriving, being happy and making that shmoney, and how you can ultimately recreate your life and create the life of your dreams, the life that you deserve. So I'm going to be diving into that. But before I do that, do not forget to like, subscribe and share. And as I said last time, subscribe. Because I can see that most of you guys that watch my videos are not even subscribers. So I'm watching you. Okay, ladies, so let's dive straight in. You are in a place right now where you know that you want more. You want to grow, you want to excel, you want to thrive, you want to be happy. Maybe you are happy. You want to be happier because, hey, there's always space for growth. Or you just feel like you're in a place right now where financially you are just not where you are supposed to be and you want to make more money. Now, anyone that knows my story, my journey, just to give you guys a bit of context, will know that I come from a very, very working class family. Nothing was ever handed to me. I worked my butt off for many years. I actually started off in the industry trying to figure out my way when I was 15 years old, okay? I am now 27. So that is a whole 12 years of struggling, striving, good times, bad times, ugly times, finding it difficult, not knowing what the hell I was doing, trying to figure it out. And guess what? Even till this day, guys, I am still just like you, just trying to figure it out as I go along. Yes, I'm learning more. I'm more knowledgeable. I know better than I did a few years ago, but I'm still just trying to figure it out because, hey, okay, outside of the Bible, and though the Bible gives us guidance, there is no step-by-step manual for this thing called life, okay? So I'm just trying to do my best. But one thing that I would definitely say is that I have really worked hard over the years to create the life that I always knew that I wanted. Now, I know that I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I know that there is still so much more for me to do, but I am genuinely so proud and so happy of the life that I get to live. I have an amazing, incredible husband who we genuinely like each other. We genuinely love each other's company. When we are away from each other for too long, we're like, need to go back and find my person. We travel together. We've been traveling so much. In 2022, we made it a point to travel every single month of the year. We only missed out, I think, 2 months. No, I think it was 3 or 4, one of them, but we traveled to at least, from the last time I counted, at least 8 different countries. Some countries we traveled to twice, but we traveled to at least 8 different countries last year. We had so much fun. We continue to have fun. We just came back from France recently. We're now looking at another trip somewhere else, which I'll reveal when it happens. We are just enjoying life, and I am genuinely happily married. I don't know if you can tell by the glow. We live in a beautiful apartment. It's so crazy for us because we both came from box bedrooms in our house with our parents, not really having that much space, obviously, because there were so many people in the house, and now it's just the 2 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment. That is big, by the way. It's a huge apartment. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, we were so blessed. We had so much favor when it came to finding our place. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love it here. I don't see us moving at least for another couple of years. I am super happy here. The bank account is bank accounting. I can't complain in that department. I genuinely don't want for anything. God has been so faithful. I could even cry, but my story is completely different to how it was a few years ago. Obviously, life is not perfect. I am not perfect. My husband's not perfect. Nothing is ever perfect, but we are super blessed. And my aim is just to help as many women get to that place where you can truly be happy, you could truly thrive, you could truly feel like you are walking in purpose, you're walking in what you're supposed to do, and you can look at your bank account and be happy that, hey, I'm not in overdraft, I'm not in minus. Actually, I've got some good money in my account, I'm making good money, I'm thriving, I'm growing, I'm making I'm hitting the financial goals and targets that I have. I want other women to be able to have that as well. Now, number one, if you want to recreate your life and create the life that you have always dreamt of, doing the things that you have always wanted to do, I really want to implore you to make sure that you focus on this number one thing. And it's going to tie into, actually, I didn't actually write it down, but it's going to tie into something else that just came to mind as well. Number one, you have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that you deserve it. And in knowing that you deserve it, you have to do something very, very important. You have to invest in yourself. You are and will always be your greatest asset. If you are not okay, everything else will crumble. Hence why, for example, anyone that's been on this journey with me for a while will know that I run something called the Power Class Masterclass. The Power Class Masterclass is literally where the phrase helping women reclaim their power and level up came from. Well, it was different before and it's changed over the years, but that's ultimately where the whole reclaiming your power came from. We started off with events. Off the back of events, we now have a 12-week program that we do with women. We coach women on, confidence and personal development. We focus on business and finance. We also focus on social media marketing and branding. But at the beginning of that program, I always start with personal development and confidence. Why? Because if you don't work on you, it is all well and good making all this money, having 5, 6, 7 figures that you are hitting financial goals. But if you are not okay, it means absolutely nothing. So we spend the first 4 weeks just working on the individual. You have to learn how to invest in yourself first. That is your number one priority, ladies. And yes, I know that there are some guys that watch my videos as well. So no, I am not excluding you, but you guys know that around here, I am really, really big on making sure that my ladies are leveling up, okay? So apologies, I'm gonna be addressing my ladies in this video, but to the guys that are watching this as well, don't worry. I see you, I feel you, and thank you for supporting. Make sure you share this with your sister, your girl, your wife, your family member, your niece, whatever. Make sure you share this video. But you have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that you are worthy. A word that I'm sure that many of us here all have heard many a times. But a lot of the times, the reason why we don't get to the places that we want to get to in life is because we haven't yet grappled with the idea or fine-tuned our mind to finally understand that actually, no, I deserve this. So because you are dealing with low self-esteem, you're dealing with low confidence, you're dealing with the feeling of like you lack, you don't deserve these certain things, you're already putting a block. You've already lost. So you have to make a decision that even if I don't feel like it right now, I'm going to keep speaking over myself. I'm going to keep declaring over myself that I am worthy of everything that is coming my way, that I am capable of not only bringing in these things, but also maintaining these things, that I deserve to thrive, to be happy, to be fruitful, to be abundant in every area of my life. I've said it many a times. This is how I speak to myself. Are there moments where sometimes I do doubt myself? Absolutely. I'm a human being. I'm not going to be on a high and motivation all the time, but most of the time I am always speaking life over myself because I recognize that I need to ensure that I am already sure of it here, because then everything else will translate. If I'm sure of it in my mind, everything else in my world has to follow. So that's the number one priority. You have to know that you deserve it, and in knowing that, you have to be willing to invest in yourself. Invest in that course. One of the best things that I ever did was seeking out mentors, investing in their coaching programs. Those things changed my life because they were able to give me advice that I didn't necessarily get elsewhere, or that I would have had to learn the hard way through making mistakes. And I've done plenty of those things. And I'm like, no, I'm no longer in that place where I want to keep making mistakes. No, I want to invest in myself so that I can give myself the best shot. So invest in yourself in whatever capacity that is, whether it be that you need to spend some time away from your children and your family. Invest in yourself. If you need to book a weekend away, this is for all my mums out there. Now, I am, of course, not a mum, so I don't know 110% what it's like. But from the conversations that I have with friends, because I have loads of friends who are mums, it can get very overwhelming. It can get very difficult to even work on yourself when you are so absorbed with baby, or children, or husband. Sometimes you need to remove yourself from that environment, and you need to invest in yourself by investing on a getaway. Leave them kids with your husband or with family members or whatever it is if you're not married, and go away. Do what you need to do to serve you, because then you're going to come back refreshed, replenished. Or if, for example, you are the type of person who knows that they've been wanting to do that thing in that particular career, but you just don't have the qualifications, book the course, sis. Go and qualify so that you can go and do what you're supposed to do so that you can thrive and grow. But you first need to know that you deserve it. Number 2, and this is something that I am very, very particular with when it comes to my ladies, especially those that are on the Power Class program, If you want to recreate your life and you want to create that dream life of yours, you need to know exactly what it is that you want. You need to be very, very clear as to what it is that you want. In scripture, it talks about write the vision and make it plain. And I understand more than ever as to why that scripture is so important and why so many people quote that scripture. Write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. It is because you have to have clarity in order for you to be able to move forward. One of the things that I am so particular with my ladies when they join the 12-week program, which by the way, if you're interested, the cohort for 2023 is closed. We are done. We're only doing it once a year. However, there are some really, really exciting announcements. I'm sure by the time you watch this video, the announcements probably would have already happened. So head to my Instagram to find out more. Drop me a DM if you want to find out more, or even drop me a message in the comments if you want to find out more about how you can get involved in our community, our tribe. We have so many different things. Link in the bio, link in the description box as to, you know, things that you can join in terms of our group chats, our Telegram groups, etc. But one of the things that I'm so particular on with my ladies is that I ask them the question multiple times, by the way, not just once. I ask them multiple times, what do you want? Because when you can actually be clear on what it is that you want, you then have a sense of direction. But if you have no sense of direction, you are bound to fail. Now, when I say sense of direction, I refer to goals. Goals is what gives you that direction. Goals is basically the result of knowing where you're trying to go. But you can't set goals if you don't know where the hell you're going. You can't say that you want to create this life for yourself. You can't say that you want to thrive and grow, make all of this money, if you do not know where it is that you are going. So I am so particular with my ladies. They get workbooks that I send to them every single week. And in their workbook, it has, you know, a breakdown of all the different things that they should be asking themselves, the questions that they should be asking themselves. What do I want? How much money do I want to make? Why do I want to do it? That's also very, very important. If it's just because I want to make loads of money, I'm so sorry. Just forget about it, because money, I'm telling you right now, if the only reason you are doing something is purely because of money, you will either be very, very miserable or you will quit before you get there, because you will find that hardships, difficulties, pushbacks, etc. will come. They will. It's just a part of the process. It just is what it is. And so when those things come, your why has to be bigger than just making money, because money, guess what? It comes and goes. It's fleeting. It can make you happy today. And yet there are so many people that are super depressed. They have all the money in the world, but they're depressed. Why? Because money does not fill those voids. Okay. But essentially, you have to make it clear as to what you want. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper. Even right now, you can pause this. Take a piece of paper. Take a pen and just sit down and just literally gush out everything that you ever desired and want. Your biggest ambitions, your biggest dreams, your biggest aspirations, everything. Be honest with yourself. It is okay to desire crazy, insane things. Listen, around here, we have crazy levels of faith. Pastor Mike Todd says that Transformation Church, crazy faith. We have crazy faith around him. So once you've written down everything that you could possibly think of, what I then want you to do is start breaking those goals down. Okay, because guess what? You are one human being. And unless you have a team who you can delegate to, which oftentimes doesn't happen until you actually start growing and start building, you are only one person. So you are not going to be able to do everything at the same time. So out of those loads and loads of goals, you might have hundreds of goals, tens of goals, whatever. I need you to pick your top 3 goals. Pick your top 3. And I always say to my ladies, you have absolutely no business, zero business having more than 3 major goals if you are not making at least £5,000 a month. No business. Because especially if your goal is entrepreneurship focus, is finances focus, is money focus, you have no business. You just need to pick 3 major goals that you want to achieve across that year, okay? And what I normally do is I normally split my goals into like sections of my life. So I have personal goals, I have marriage goals, I have life goals, I have business goals. Now, I can have loads of different goals in those different areas, and then in that I have different steps for them, but I can do that because I have a team. So I can delegate responsibility. But if you know that you don't have a team, it's just you, start small. You don't need to go for anything crazy because you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You're going to overwhelm yourself. Start small. Start with your 3 main goals. Maybe it could be 1 personal goal, 1 financial goal, and 1 friendship related goal, right? Once you then have your 3 goals, you then break them down into steps. You start working backwards. So let's say, for example, I'm putting you guys onto game, okay? So let's say, for example, one of your goals is to become financially free. Okay, fantastic. That sounds great, but how am I going to do that? Go backwards. I could become financially free by, you know, I've always had a dream, for example. You might say, I've always had a dream to release a fashion line. And that could be a way that I become financially free. Fantastic. Okay, so now you've got to work backwards from that. Oh, how will I achieve having a fashion line? I need to make clothes. All right, fantastic. You go back from that. How do I ensure that I'm making the right clothes? Okay, I need to find suppliers. But then how do I find those suppliers? I need to do my research. Okay, so now you've created a timeline. Now you have created, which goes on to my third point, you have to create a pathway for yourself in order for you to be able to reach your goals. Something that I was saying to my ladies in a recent session was that you have to be intentional. You have to plan. Planning is important. Now, am I saying that you stay in what a lot of you guys have an issue with, which is procrastination or analysis paralysis, where it's like you're analyzing, trying to plan and make sure that the plan is the absolute best and it's absolutely perfect? That is not what I am saying. By the way, disclaimer, if you want to go into entrepreneurship, trust me, you're going to have to deal with that level of perfectionism ASAP. Otherwise, you're going to be stopping yourself and holding yourself back. I dealt with perfectionism for a very long time, even down to only recently being able to just leave my Instagram and let my Instagram be whatever it is. I used to be that person that was like, no, I wanted it to look this particular type of way. Yes, I still take pride in my Instagram and how it looks, but I used to be such a like, oh my gosh, no, this doesn't look nice, so I can't post it. Oh, the quality's not 100, so I can't put, no, just post, just get stuff out there, just do what you need to do. As my good sis, she doesn't know who the hell I am, but I follow her on Instagram. My good sis, Jordan Dighton, I think that's her name. My good sis talks about content. She's a content coach. And she's like, listen, post the damn content. Just get it out, okay? But that's what ultimately is going to create your pathway. That's what's going to create your plan. And if you don't have a plan, you don't have goals, you don't have any of these things, you are not going to create the life that you want, because you're just going to be hoping for the best and not being intentional about actually getting there and creating your life. I'm telling you right now, ladies, if you were to watch this video and you just take a beat, you just stop, you watch this video and you do the things that I'm telling you to do, and then you create a pathway for yourself. And then I'm going to talk about execution in just a moment, but you finally start moving and doing the things that you said you were going to do. I'm telling you, ladies, your life is going to look completely different to what it looks like now. You could literally change your life in the next 6 months to a year if you just decide that you are going to create a clear plan and a clear path for yourself. Now, one thing that I also do want to say is that, of course, plans change, things change, life throws curveballs at you, things happen. You know, in my video that I did a little while ago where I was talking about life be lifing, I was telling you guys that I had a plan, I'd set everything out, I'd started off the year really well, and then curveball came. March, April was just not a great month, and it just threw me off completely. And so I couldn't be as committed on YouTube as I wanted to be, and there were so many other commitments that I had to make. I had to adapt, you know? And then eventually when I got to a place where I had worked on adapting and I was good mentally, I could then come back onto YouTube and continue what I had already started. So yes, there will be curveballs. Yes, there will be moments where things don't necessarily go right, where things may go wrong, but you have to decide that you're still going to keep going. Listen, nobody ever got a gold medal for quitting in the middle of a race. It may have gotten difficult, it may have gotten hard, it may have become painful, but you have to keep going. Number 4, so obviously I've already done know that you deserve it, make what you want very clear, make it clear as to what you want, create the pathway, i.e. plan. Number 4, you've got to be intentional and do what other people are not willing to do. Listen, we are in a world right now where everyone wants to act rich, everyone wants to, you know, be wealthy, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? I aspire to be very wealthy as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But only a small fraction of people are actually willing to put in the work. Only a small fraction of people are actually willing to get their bum out of bed and to do the things that they know that they are supposed to do, to do the things that they know that they are required to do. Only a small fraction of them are willing and able to do it. Please, ladies, be that small fraction. Because if you want to create that dream life, If you want to be able to wake up, like I just feel so blessed to know that if tomorrow I woke up, I'm like, want to go to Dubai, I could. I run a business that is growing. You know, it's definitely not where I want it to be. Best believe that. Multiple businesses that are growing, but I want them to grow. I want them to thrive. And there's so many things that I've got planned that I'm planning to do in order to push our business or our businesses even further, you know. But I also know how blessed I am and how much I've managed to achieve. And the fact that literally I could wake up and just be like, oh yeah, well, I just want to pick up my laptop and go and work from freaking Saudi Arabia or work from bloody Kenya. I can go and do that because I've created that life for myself. And ladies, let me remind you, it is possible for you as well. It's possible for you to have choices and freedom and opportunity and be blessed and be abundant. Like, it's possible. It was already created for you. It's what you are entitled to. It's your birthright. It's your birthright to have all of these things, right? But you have to be willing to do what other people are not willing to do. I recently posted something on my Instagram, off of the back of a video that I just found on my phone, just scrolling through my phone, found it, content, posted it, and it was basically me answering a question at an event that I went to go and speak at. I was doing a keynote speech I was doing a talk at Warwick University, and one of the ladies asked me, she was like, how do you know that you're built to be an entrepreneur? How do you actually know that this thing is right for you? And in the midst of that, I basically mentioned how I know that not everybody can do it. I wake up at 6 a.m. pretty much every single day. Yes, I have some days where I don't, and I do that Monday to Thursday, by the way. Fridays is like my day off. I still do work and stuff, but I give myself, the time to chill, to relax, etc. And then of course the weekend. But from Monday to Thursday, I am waking up 6 a.m. every single day. Now, for some people, it's like, girl, there are people out there waking up 3 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever. Okay, cool. But I'm still waking up at 6 a.m. and I know that a lot of people are not willing to do that. They are not willing to wake up before 9 a.m. But I know that it's what I am required to do because I have certain goals and things that I need to achieve. So I don't have time to waste. I need to be up early. I need to be up early so that before the day starts to hit me and I'm in meetings and calls and I'm talking to my team and all of these things are going on and I'm planning and I'm scheduling and I'm having multiple conversations across the day and I'm trying to do wife and do life and do family and all that kind of stuff. I know that I need to have that time for myself so that I can focus on my time with God. I use that time in the morning to pray, to read my word, to meditate, to have worship playing in the background so that I can center myself and get myself prepared and ready for what I am expecting. Again, I know that I deserve these things. So when you know that you deserve something, you act accordingly. I act accordingly to who I know I'm becoming. So I give myself the space in the morning to have that time for myself so that I can pray, read my word, get my mind right, get my spirit right, and then I can go on and have that day. But not a lot of people are willing to do that. You have to be intentional. That's why, for example, even when it comes down to your goals, don't just have a goal that's just like, oh, I want to make 6 figures this year. And point number 5, you have to execute. This is something that the hip hop preacher, my uncle, again, he doesn't know who I am, but he's my uncle. I've adopted him as my uncle. Mr. Eric Thomas talks about all the time. You have to be willing to execute because, again, it's all well and good saying I want to make 6 figures. It's all well and good having a vision board. You guys can't see it right now, but I actually have my vision board. This I call actually my vision wall. I want to fill it up with dreams and aspirations and things that I want to do and places that I want to go and businesses that I want to work with. I'm going to fill up the entire wall. But I have my vision board there. It's all well and good having a vision board. It's all well and good making declarations every day, saying affirmations over yourself every single day. It's all well and good having all of these things and, saying, oh yeah, I want to be a boss babe and all that kind of stuff. But if you are unwilling to execute, i.e. you are unwilling to make things happen, by the way, it's also all well and good writing things down and planning, but those plans mean absolutely nothing if you are unwilling to do something with them. If they are just going to sit in a notebook, sit on your laptop somewhere, sit in the notes on your phone somewhere, it means absolutely nothing. All you have done is feed your ego to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I've taken the first step. Yay. It means absolutely nothing. So ladies, you have to be willing to execute. Again, do not get stuck by analysis paralysis. If you want to create that dream life, sis, you have to move. You cannot be in the same place that you were yesterday or last year and expect that you are going to create the life of your dreams. You have to move forward. You have to push yourself. You have to grind. You have to put the work in. You have to be intentional. And one very, very important thing is a quote that I heard recently. I don't actually know who this quote is by. So if you know who this quote is by, please do pop it in the comment section below. But someone recently shared a quote with me that said, "Are you interested or are you committed?" Are you interested or are you committed? I.e., if you really want this thing, you can't just be interested in it. You have to be committed. Interested is, oh yeah, this thing seems nice and it sounds great, and yeah, do you know what? I do want to make 6 figures. That sounds interesting to me. That's something that I want to look into. But the people that are committed are ready and willing to grind. They're ready and willing to put the work in. They're ready to sit there and do hours and hours and hours of research, to look things up, to do the work. Again, like I said before, to do the work that a lot of people are unwilling to do. So I'm going to end everything that I've said with that. Ladies, if you are looking to upgrade, to level up, to change your life, to create a life that you can be proud of, to create literally a life that fits your aesthetic. Guys, I'm even recreating my office because there is an aesthetic that I want to have in my home. And so I'm going to create it because by the grace of God, I have the means to do that now. I don't just have to settle for, oh yeah, I'm just going to get this because, oh yeah, it's just what I can settle for right now. No, I don't have to settle anymore. And I don't want to settle anymore. So ladies, if you know that you're in a place where you no longer want to settle, you want more, you want to grow, you want to thrive, you want to be happy, you want to be joyful, you want to be abundant, you want to grow your finances, your income, you want more from yourself, you want to be more of a blessing to other people. I'm telling you right now, ladies, you have to be committed to the process, to the journey, and most importantly, to yourself. All right, beautiful people, so that is it from me. I really do hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below as well. And as I always say, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Remember, I'm watching you because I see those numbers and I see those analytics. Subscribe and make sure you share as well. And just let me know as well in the comment section below the kind of stuff that you guys want me to talk about in other videos. I know that there is still so much. I literally have on my list right now of different videos that I want to film. There is so much, and you guys have obviously been leaving comments as well in the comment section of my other videos as to what it is that you guys want me to talk about. So the more you guys share, the more I will do, and I'll make sure that I'm answering all of your questions and doing all of those and recording all of those videos for you as well. But thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure, ladies, okay, 2023, we're not ending it the same way that we started. It's time to reclaim our power. It's time to level up. But you have to be willing to put in the work. Let's do it, ladies.